Everyone, I'm Brian from All Day Ruckoff here, and today we're doing a comparison between the GORUCK Bullet 10 and the GORUCK Bullet 15. These packs are very similar outside of their size. The GORUCK Bullet 15 is a 15-liter pack. GORUCK Bullet 10 is a 10-liter pack. They're so similar that sometimes they even share the same product page on GORUCK's website. As of recording this video, they do. So when you're on the Bullet page, you select 10 liters or 15 liters. And even though the way they're built is very similar, the size really makes them ideal for different situations. I would grab my Bullet 15 for certain situations, grab the 10 for other ones, and there really isn't too much crossover. And so I'm excited to get into the differences between the two packs, as well as a couple everyday carry items and how they fit into these. So for the everyday carry items, I've got some camera gear, I've got my laptop, a notebook, and then a water bottle. Starting off with the differences between the two packs, the Bullet 10 has 3 rows, 4 columns of MOLLE webbing on the front. The Bullet 15 has 3 rows, 6 columns of webbing on the front. And the difference in columns is because the 15 is wider than the 10. Not only is the Bullet 15 wider, it is also deeper. The Bullet 15 is 10 inches wide and 5.5 inches deep, while the Bullet 10 is 8.5 inches wide and 5 inches deep. They're both the same height, 18.5 inches, so those 5 liters are really made up in the 1.5 inch extra width and the 1/2 inch extra depth that the Bullet 15 has over the 10. A quick rundown on these packs. Obviously, you saw the webbing differences. They both have that slant zipper, so there's a spacious front pocket. The front pocket on the 15 is obviously bigger than the one on the 10 because there's more area for that pocket to take over. Neither pack has any webbing on the sides. And then look at the back. They're both very similar. Both have very padded shoulder straps. Both have webbing that runs the length of the shoulder straps. And so there's really not too much of a difference there. The handles on top, both of them have the padded handles. We're going with version 3 of the Bullet 10 and what I think is version 2 of the Bullet 15. These are the ones that you can currently buy as of April 2019. I do have the first version, second version of the Bullet 10, and I've got the original Bullet 15. So if you want to see a video with those, we can put those together. But figured I'd start with ones that you can actually purchase and do a comparison there. Both packs have clamshell openings. Both have 1000D Cordura top pockets and mesh bottom pockets on the outside. Flipping the packs around, both have pocket areas on here, and then both have D-rings sewn on top so you can hang a bladder or your keys or anything else you want to hang from the inside. So by looking at the packs, you would think that these are two incredibly similar packs that you would use for pretty much the same thing. Maybe the 15 liter if you wanted a little bit extra room than the 10. But with these items here, I'm going to show you just how different they really are. So to start things off, the way I use these packs, I'll grab the Bullet 10 if I'm going to the park, if I'm going on a small hike, if I'm taking the kids somewhere, and I'll grab the Bullet 15 if I want a small everyday carry bag. One of the major deciding factors with that is my laptop. So this is a laptop I do a lot of my work on. Here's the Bullet 10. You can see that the laptop does fit in there. However, the sides are too wide for the curve up on the pack. So if I drop this bag or I lay it down the side, the laptop is going to be touching the ground. If I drop this thing, there's a good chance I'm breaking the laptop. So I'm not going to put a laptop in this 10-liter Bullet. When we're dealing with a 15-liter Bullet, you can see there's plenty of room here. There's ample spacing on both sides. And you can even drop the laptop into the pouch and keep it safe in there. So that really puts the 15 ahead of the 10, for me at least, in terms of everyday carry potential. If I'm going to the park, I don't need to bring a laptop, which is why I like the small form factor of the 10. But if I do need to bring a laptop, the 15 is for sure the one I'm going to grab. Getting the laptop out of there, the next thing we're going to talk about, notebook. I pretty much have a field notes notebook with me anywhere I am. If I've got ideas for a podcast episode, for a video, I like to write it down. as opposed to pulling out my phone and typing it in. I'm quicker at writing things down, and I find it less distracting. I don't get caught up in Instagram or Facebook or any of that other nonsense. I just pull out the notebook, write it down, put it away. So when I'm carrying the notebook, I'll usually put it in this top pocket. And with the Bullet 10, the way the zipper is cut so much higher up on the pocket, it's actually kind of tough to get the notebook in here. You can see that it's actually impossible if you don't bend the notebook and slide it in. And that's because, again, that zipper is so high up and the bullet really curves in at the top. If we're looking at the Bullet 15, it also has that 1000D Cordura top pocket, but there is just a lot more space because of how much wider the pack is. So you can see no problem putting it in. I'm just using this notebook as an example. This notebook's 3.5 inches wide, 5.5 inches long. So if you've got other gear and you're trying to figure out if it fits in there, you can use that for a reference. It fits no problem in the 15, but it has a little bit of trouble. You have to bend it to get into the 10. And again, that's not a difference that you would really expect looking at the product pages, but it's just something that I've noticed using these packs a ton. Next up, we've got camera case, water bottle. So if I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm shooting video or I'm shooting pictures, I'm gonna bring my camera with me. This is a Triple Aught Design camera case. Unfortunately, it's my favorite camera case, and Triple Aught Design doesn't have it in stock very often, but it's the one I use. This is the water bottle that I'll take. Right now there's some gummy worms and other candy in top because I was recently at the park with my son. But this is what I'd bring for a water bottle. So if I'm going somewhere and I'm bringing this camera case, starting with the Bullet 10, you can see this thing fits in decently well horizontally. It also fits in vertically, which is nice. However, there isn't enough room to fit both the camera and the water bottle in together next to each other. And if you have a camera or you know things about cameras, you probably know that they're expensive and you don't want water to leak all over them. You can stack them, so you can put the camera on the bottom, water bottle on top, or water bottle on the bottom, camera on top, but you can't have them go side by side in the Bullet 10. If I'm taking the Bullet 10, usually I won't take the big camera case. Either I'll take a much smaller case or just a smaller camera or no camera. I'll just bring my phone and a couple moment lenses, take pictures with that. And that works out really well. If I am going somewhere where I have to bring a camera and a couple lenses, then that Bullet 15, obviously it fits going horizontally, but it also fits vertically. And there's also plenty of room to fit a water bottle right next to it. And so this is the ideal way that you would pack this. You would have your camera on one side, water bottle on the other side, so that if this thing leaked for some reason, it wouldn't get all over the camera. And it's just a lot easier to pack this way. You have a ton of room on top for a sweatshirt, for anything else that you might need to bring with you. And it all just fits really nicely. This is a paste lid on top, and I usually have one of these on my water bottles. So just talking about these two packs, I hope that you can see just how different they are in size and in usability. Obviously, you might not have a laptop that you're carrying with you, or you might not use this for a water bottle, or you might not have a giant camera case. But I hope that this gets you thinking just in terms of what you would use these two packs for, because I use them for entirely different things, even though GORUCK has them on the exact same product page. The Bullet 10, like I said, I take it to parks. If I'm doing small rucks, I might keep this in a ruck weight in my trunk of the car. And it's just kind of like a grab and go pack for me. I've shot another video on it, on other things I do with it. The Bullet 15 falls into more of an everyday carry style bag. If I don't need something as big as a GR1, then the Bullet 15 is pretty much perfect for that. Neither of them have frame sheets, so you don't have the stiffness associated with a GR1. That's a good thing or a bad thing. Some people like it, some people don't, but it's definitely worth noting. So if I just need something grab and go for the day, and I need to bring the laptop and maybe the camera, definitely going with the Bullet 15. One thing that I found really interesting, the Bullet 10 10-liter pack, Bullet 15 15-liter pack, the 15 is 50% larger than the Bullet 10. If you compare the Bullet 15 and the 20-liter Rucker, the 20-liter Rucker to 15 difference, even though it's the same 5 liters, it's actually a lower percentage than the Bullet 15 to Bullet 10. So the 15 is closer related to the Rucker 20-liter than it is to the 10-liter. I thought that was really interesting. If you've got any questions about these two packs, please let me know in the comments. If you've got any questions about what you can fit in them, what I do with them, how any of that stuff works, if you want to see comparisons with older versions, I can make that happen. Whatever you need, just leave a comment and let me know. If you found this video helpful, please leave a thumbs up. That's always appreciated. And if you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Lots more rucking videos, gear videos in the future, and there's already a ton out there. Thank you so much for all the support. It is truly appreciated. And don't forget, attitude is everything. Keep yours positive and drink hard, ruck harder.